Deep in my soul, feel it in my bones. There'll be better days.
Hey guys, so if you ever followed any of my diet journey stuff from previous years, you probably may have been a fan of uh, the WordPress vlogs, my journey journal that I was creating roughly through the majority of 2018, and I tried to get back into it every once in a while since then, and for some reason I found a really hard time to make it consistent. Because I think the biggest problem was there were two words I always ended every journal with, and that was accountability and progress. And I feel that you need the one in order to achieve the other. And one thing I've always seemed to have been missing in my journey was accountability. For some reason, I can't find accountability within myself, so I always look for accountability outside of that. You guys know, if you do listen to our podcast, or if you're a fan of this freaking show or anything we have done on this YouTube channel, you know, my co-host Cartoon Joe here. We decided to work together and to build accountability for one another. And instead of trying to go back to doing those journal entries, Joe was kind enough to kind of jump on board with the idea of doing vlogs instead of blogs. And first off, Joe, I want to appreciate you doing that and making that decision to do this with me. I think that helps out a lot. And we're going to try to kind of keep you guys updated and talk about our journey through 2023 of building a better, healthier lifestyle for each of us. And obviously, this is going to be the first video of that. So it's kind of a new, just a beginning, give you an idea of where we're at, what we're doing, why we're doing it, stuff like that. And we'll be doing this, I think, bi-weekly or monthly, depending on where we stand and how we're progressing and everything. So we keep you guys updated and maybe share with any secrets or tricks that we find with ourselves, or keeping ourselves accountable, showing the challenges that we may face. So I'm going to begin. I'll start off first and kind of talk a little bit about where I got from this point, and for those of you who kind of have been reading the journals, where I've been since 2018. And yeah, so in 2018 I started doing the keto diet, and it worked really, really well, and I was in a good place, and life was going really well for me. On a personal level, I was in a good relationship, somebody who kept me accountable and helped me progress through my journey. When that ended, my accountability ended, and my progress unfortunately ended with that, because I chose to just kind of give up. And because I gave up, I lost all the progress that I accumulated. And I got to a point where I do believe, as of this moment, as we are recording this, February 1st, 2023, I am at the heaviest I have ever been. And I'm going to admit something here on this video that I've never admitted to anybody, and I blatantly lied constantly about. And it sucks because it's the truth, but I feel that if I don't be completely honest, especially with you, Joe, I don't want to lie about anything, because how do we keep ourselves accountable if we don't really keep each other in check? So I bought this amazing scale that links up to the apps. I don't know if you've ever seen videos like that, or those scales like that.
Yeah, I have a scale like that, but it doesn't. I guess it doesn't link up to an app, but it has like a code that it puts out that I can scan, and it records it that way.
Nice, that's awesome. Yeah, yeah. Mine, it's an AI fit scale, and it has an app to it, so you get so as it reads on the scale, it shoots to the app, and it logs your weight, and then it kind of like gives you the bone mass, BMI, fat mass, water, all that other stuff. Like I know most of it's a guesstimate, but the biggest thing is that number, that weight that it records.
Mm.
And it sucks because when I started doing this, I wanted to do this saying I'm starting in 2023, but I'm not going to weigh myself till February 1st, because I need to
Yeah.
get myself in check. And the honest reason for that was when I stepped on that scale, which had a 450-pound max on it, it airs out.
Oh no.
So what tells me is I am over 450 pounds. Now, what that is, I don't know. Um, I know over the last month, trying to stay positive and stay on track with everything I'm doing, I keep hoping to, at least show me a fucking number. I just want to see a number. I just need to see a number. And it's, as of right now, it's still not there. And I could easily go out and get another scale. I was looking on Amazon today for scales that go up to 550 pounds. Um, but I don't want to buy another scale just to see how much over 450 I really am. Um,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the trouble is you can't be sure that there's not anything wrong with your scale.
I don't think there is. I thought maybe, but it's not. It calculates weight. It 100% does. It just, when I step completely on it without propping myself up in any way, it airs out.
Gotcha.
So maybe by the end of the month, if it still airs out, maybe I'll look against something new. But numbers do show up on it. Stepping on it at makes it so. Right now, I have to accept the fact that I exceed the max capacity of that scale, and I did that to myself, and it sucks. It really is heartbreaking, especially because I know that I'm capable of fixing that, and I know that I have the ability to do so because I've done it before, and I know I need to change and do better. So I do want to monitor weight and check out the weight loss and everything as we progress through this. But unfortunately, right now, because of the situation I put myself in, I can't give a starting weight. I can't tell you how much I am weighing. I'm going to just say my starting weight is 460, praying that's the number. Honestly, it could be 451. It
Right.
could be
Yeah.
four. It could be 450.5 for all I know. But I don't know. I'm gonna
Right.
track. I'm gonna try every week. Hell, I may even try every day if I get to the point where I get annoyed by it until I reach a number. But I'm praying within the next time we do this video, I do have a number I can say I have. But for the time
Gotcha.
being, I'm gonna say 460 is my starting weight for this. And one of the biggest things that one of the biggest reasons I want to do this, and I want to uh, especially doing these vlogs. Again, it's accountability. And I know that there's people out there outside of you, Joe, which again, I appreciate you doing this with me. Um, and I know you've always been more of a, not a camera guy, more of a audio dude and everything. And I love
Hmm.
how we've been doing this Freakin Studio stuff. You've become more uh, responsive to being in videos and stuff. I mean, hell, you're wearing glasses that don't have shades in them, which is awesome.
Yeah, I forgot him in the car. So
But it is awesome that I have someone like you to physically do this with me and go through these vlogs. But I also know that there are going to be people that we know who are going to watch these videos and everything. And for those for those of you who do listen to this video who do know me personally, whether it be my mom, my grandma, my sisters, whatever, Carl, just do me a favor, don't talk to me about my weight because that does kind of bother me. I don't want people to be upset with where I'm at. I know it's a bad thing. I don't need to be reminded of it. Um,
right, like you're upset with where you're at. So why do you don't need other people to be upset?
yeah,
It's really there's a certain amount of it's none of their business. You're working on it.
I just know that there's going to be someone out there who's going to text me or call me and say, "Hey, I just watched your video. How could you, gain that much weight?" And blah blah. I don't need to hear it. I really, I just don't want to hear it. I know where I stand as far as how bad it is, and I want to fix it. And I look forward to fixing it and working on it. Um, One thing I am doing, obviously, is I got the FitPal app, I got the Fitbit app, calculating and categorizing all the food I'm taking in, and making sure it's more healthy. I think, as much as I love the keto diet, and I do believe it does work for me, I don't know if I'm gonna look at the keto diet as my choice for a diet, but I am going to go more towards lean towards low carb. I find that I've been finding out that a lot of times where I don't eat carbs, I feel a little bit better, and I can get through the day a little bit easier. When I have a lot of carbs is when I start like not feeling my best. I do want to get to a doctor and find out if there's some kind of like carb intolerance thing. I've read a couple things online about how that could possibly be a thing. So I do want to look into that and see if that is an issue. But in the meantime, I am sticking to low carb. I have a fridge full of chicken and beef and stuff like that to where I can make these meals. And I got bags of veggies and cans of veggies and stuff to where I can start making my own meals and stuff. And Joe, you actually mentioned to me on our podcast we did last week about BMIs. I think it's a BMI or that basal metabolic rate
Oh,
BMR.
metabolic rate, BMR. Yeah.
BMR.
Yep.
Yeah. So I'm putting a calorie. I did all these different calculations. Found out that the best calorie count for me is about 3,300, and I want to try to stick to around anywhere from 15 to 1,800. Um, if for some reason I start feeling bad about that, I'll increase the calorie count. But I want to make sure I just get enough food in me to get through the day because food is fuel for all of us, as we know. And I stick to the fasting that I'm doing. I did an 18-hour fast today before I ate lunch, and honestly, I felt great about it because there were times where I couldn't even make it through 16 hours. But once I started
Mm.
incorporating these 20, 22-hour fasts and everything, it became a lot easier. So I find myself having, I'm doing okay with like 18-hour fast. 16 is always going to be the goal, and I'm always going to throw like maybe a 24 in there every once in a while. But outside of the fasting and outside of the low carb diet, DDP yoga is something that I have praised and talked about for years, but never fully committed to doing the workout. So DDP yoga is something I'm definitely going to work at doing. And I'm hoping over the course of the next 13 weeks, as I get through the beginner program, I see great results, and I can move into the intermediate or the moderate to the advanced and all that stuff. So it's about 39 weeks of total DDP programs that I want to get through and utilize. Um, I guess that's really my time as far as where I'm at and what I'm doing. But I just felt like I said, like I need to let everyone know that I understand the situation I'm in. I understand it's not fucking good. That's a lot of weight to carry around for a person, which bothers me because I don't look it.
Right.
That's the
Yeah.
one thing
No, you
that
look
bugs me
good.
the most. Like I don't look it, but I know the numbers there. Unless somebody can scientifically prove to me that my gravitational pull to the earth is like 3 times of most men, highly unlikely. But uh these vlogs I think are going to help us and especially help me stay focused and stay intact. Absolutely. Biggest thing too, drinking water. I don't drink a lot as much water as I should. So I gotta look at sticking to a consistent water intake. I've been recommended to drink about a gallon of water a day, and that's what I'm going to try to do. So, Joe, I'm done talking about me. So I want to give you your time now into this vlog. Just kind of like let everyone know exactly who people know who Cartoon Joe is, but to let them know who Joe is, what your what workouts you're doing, what diets you're doing, why you're doing it, what brought you to it, and everything like that. And if you have any pitfalls, please share them. If you don't, you're not obligated to. But this floor is yours now.
Yeah. So, no, thank you, and thanks for. I'm happy to be part of this. I've needed to be part of it. I need accountability too. We've talked about this a lot. I think both on and off the show, but neither of us are very good at doing things for ourselves. If we can do it for somebody else, it's a lot easier. I don't know why. It just is.
Mm-hmm.
And so, yeah, this accountability thing has been fantastic, and I think critical to be able to actually to do this. I guess I don't have a particularly deep fitness history. I was always kind of a nerdy kid. I never really cared about being fit. And I got real lucky at like the end, like the early 20s or whatever, late teens, early 20s, and slimmed out as I got taller. And then I went to college, and immediately, you hear about like the freshman 15. I immediately put on like the freshman 25 or freshman 50, because the dining halls on campus let me have a steak and ice cream with every meal, which was not a good, not ideal. In moderation, probably fine, but I was not moderate. Um, yeah. So um, I think I'm no longer at my heaviest weight, but I was pushing my heaviest weight close to I think 250 or 260 sometime in the last couple of months. I am back down around I want to say 243 was about where I weighed this morning, and yesterday morning, somewhere in that range. And yeah, I don't know that I have a particular end goal other than my doctor told me sometime last summer that I need to drop about 30 pounds. And so that I was about 255 then. So if I could get down to like 225, that'd be pretty good. I'd be very happy with that. Realistically, I don't think that's going to happen in a month. I think it could happen in 2 or 3 months, and that's fine. Maybe even longer, and that's okay too, as long as I'm making progress. Is the way that I see it. For me, it's less about weight, except for what the doctor said, and more about just general physical fitness. Especially after I got COVID last spring, sometime in May, and it took me like, man, 6, 8 weeks to recover enough to like not just be winded from like literally just walking to the car, and the fatigue was unreal for even a month after that. It was very easy to just be exhausted, and so I'm looking at a lot of the data about long-term COVID effects, things like that, and I'm just I worry about my heart. I've got heart problems on both sides of the family, and so my goal is just overall physical health, especially cardio health, things like that. So I've been working on the through the Apple Fitness Plus app. Just trying to do stuff that works. I'm at the point where I'm sort of at the beginning of things, trying to get my fitness back, and so I'm just trying to do like get my heart rate up enough, about 20-minute workout a day, and then follow that with a 10-minute stretch and meditation cool down. And so far this week it's been great, but I have not been very consistent throughout the year so far. As far as pitfalls go, I think the biggest struggle is that my wife and I have vastly different dietary needs, and food's expensive, and so I typically just sort of go along with whatever she needs to do to meet her needs. Because like if I really need a cheeseburger, I can go out and get one during the day. I don't, and so my goal is kind of to just try and get a better hold of my portion control. Try to eat more fruits and veggies. Try and be a little bit more balanced in my diet than I have been in the past. I know I'm a real carb heavy guy. I mean, my favorite thing to eat, um, I think pretty much since I was old enough to buy my own food, uh, is like an Italian beef sandwich and a big bag of fries and Coke or a chocolate shake if it's an option. So I mean, we're talking like a 5, 6,000 calorie lunch or
Yeah.
dinner is my typical thing that I fall back on. And it's fine once in a while. It might be even fine, especially when you're a kid and you got the metabolism for it. It maybe isn't a big deal, but you get to be 32 years old, and you really shouldn't be eating a 6,000 calorie meal once a week, or twice a week, or 3 times a week. Maybe once a month would be okay, but I don't know. That's just kind of where I'm at, and I'm not really, like I said, I'm not really worried about. I don't want to do something where I'm keeping a whole lot of track of everything. I want to go for being able to do the things that I want to do without being winded and exhausted and feeling like crap. So that's my goal.
Gotcha. Yeah, I would just like to one day wake up, not have knee pains, and thinking like it's because I'm hauling all this weight around.
Yeah, yeah. Or is it
Um,
because I'm old now?
God, yeah, no, it's I know it's a little of each, but I I have a belief, and I strongly have the faith in the fact that we could overcome and achieve this together. Like I said, I would like to one day be where you are right now. I would like my journey to be focused more on a better lifestyle instead of having to jot down every little thing.
Yeah.
I know in order for me to move forward, I have to do that.
Right.
I know that if I eat something, I have to put it into the app. I need to put it in the app so I can see those calories and everything that I'm putting that I'm doing. One of the other biggest things is that I spend a lot of money on food, and not like even shopping, but like the quick and easy grab and go stuff, and that really I need to stop doing.
Yeah. I probably
So
spent like $40 yesterday.
yeah, well
Yeah.
I spent nearly $400 in the last month on stop and shop foods and stuff,
Yep.
and some of it was Jimmy John's unwidges and stuff like that. But even so, it's a lot of money. Like I mean, I when I sat there and I looked back through my checking account, thinking like, okay, here's food. $400 in a month could buy me a lot of groceries.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So
I mean, lettuce and lunch meat's pretty cheap,
yeah,
especially compared to, let's see, it's a Jimmy John's unwich is about $8, right?
yeah, about eight, nine.
Yeah.
I depending on where you're buying it from, because every price is different. But yeah, it's roughly around 8 or 9
Yeah.
bucks.
And then, but then they throw in like a $3 delivery fee, and then you got to tip the driver, and
Yep,
then Illinois tax is like 4.5%. So you
yep.
got to throw that in there. I'm sorry, no, it's sales tax, so it's more like 11%, isn't it? Um, yeah. And next thing you know, a sandwich that if you made it yourself is maybe $1, and
Yeah,
that's like if you really load it up,
yep,
it's a $20 sandwich, and yeah, I totally
yep.
get it.
The
And
one,
I'm same boat, man.
yeah, the one thing I found, and I do have to start doing it. Those I think it's the Beach Club sandwich from Jimmy John's. So
Oh, the Beach Club.
that Beach Club unwich has the exact macros I need for the day.
Nice.
So like, and I think it's somewhere around 900 calories. So realistically, if I ate four of just those, I'd be like spot on with my calorie intake, and my macros would be perfect throughout the entire day.
Nice.
I don't want to do that. I don't want to eat four unwidges in one day. Just to even say that makes me feel like no wonder your scale can't read your weight. Um, but but I could easily make that at home. Everything that's in that I could easily make at home, and it wouldn't
Yeah, that's
cost me
why it's
nine
like it's
dollars for
turkey,
one.
it's lettuce, it's avocado.
Yeah, the priciest thing on there is like the avocado spread,
Yeah.
which I'd probably end up getting the avocado spread over like real avocado just because I think it lasts a little bit longer because it's kind of packaged up.
Gotcha.
But yeah, it's the lettuce wrap, turkey, avocado, cucumber. I get pickles and hot peppers in it too. Just because I'm also a big fan of
Mm.
thermogenetics and increasing your body core and stuff like that.
Yeah, yeah. Well, and one thing about us, one of the reasons we're stuck doing this because we know how to eat. And if you're not putting pickles and hot peppers on your sandwiches, you don't know what you're talking about when it comes to food.
Absolutely.
That's just
So,
it's like putting Doritos in a walking taco. It just doesn't
yeah,
make sense.
absolutely. So, to let you guys know what we're doing going forward, as far as obviously, other than what we just talked about, morning workouts. We agreed to wake each other up Monday, Wednesday, Friday mornings earlier than planned to work out and stuff. Joey's gonna be doing his own workouts through the Apple app, and I'm gonna be doing my DDP yoga. And it's the accountability of actually doing that. And my alarm's set, ready to go for those days. I'm saying the text to Joe, getting that response and everything, and making sure we're moving forward with this because as we progress through this, I want them to. I know there's going to be pitfalls. I know there's going to be bad days, but as long as the good days outweigh the bad days, I think we're going to be okay.
Yeah. I mean, that's
So
really all you can ask for.
100%. So, guys, I encourage you to continue and watch us through this. If you have any advice for us or any kind words, you can comment on this video on Freaknet Studios YouTube channel. Hopefully, you're subscribed to this channel and you're hitting notification bell and everything. Like I said, The overall goal is bi-weekly on this. Maybe once in a while it could be monthly. It's really based on a scheduling thing with us, but I would like to do this bi-weekly. I think every 14 days we should have something new and hopefully exciting to share with you as you guys kind of watch us go through this. So I do believe 2023 is going to be a great year for both of us. I know that 2022 ended amazing for me. 2023 has started pretty good for me. And I like to see it consistently. I'm turning 34 this May, and I know the older you get, the harder it is to stay focused on weight loss and all that other stuff. So I do want to stay focused. I know there's a lot of you out there who's rooting for us to do this and to succeed. And for that, we thank you. Um, and yeah, I want to wrap it up and thank you guys again for watching this video, watching our vlog. Hopefully, catch the next one. And Joey, got anything else to say?
Yeah, just thank you all for your support. I hope that this is helpful and inspirational for you. If the two of us can commit to doing this, then I hope that means that you can commit to something like this too. And I don't necessarily mean weight loss. I don't necessarily mean any kind of extreme diet or non-extreme diet. Just the idea of being committed to health. I think anybody can do that, and I think this is the year to do it. So there's no time like the present. So thank you all for being with us and joining us on this journey. Share in the comments with us. Tell us about what's going on with your journey. If we end up bringing any bit of the blog back, or what's the My Freakin Journey on Facebook? Is that what
Our
the group
freaking
is?
journey.
Our Freakin
Yeah,
Journey on Facebook.
our
Join
freaking
the group.
journey. Yeah, yeah.
Tell us how it's going with you. Tell us what you're up to, what you're doing. We like learning about what other people are doing. So share it with us, and we'll share with you.
Yeah, absolutely. We can support each other along the way. So, guys, I am Travesty,
And I'm Cartoon Joe.
and to end all my blogs, I like to end my vlog the same way: accountability and progress.